Oh, you into fitness? Wrong place, right guy. I'm Skullay, and this is the Soulfly Zone. Everything you see here has been shot, edited, and uploaded from my phone so you can see what it's like day by day for an aspiring fitness model. So, let's go. Alright guys, Tuesday morning, heading into work. Shout out to all the new subscribers, yeah. A lot of y'all, well, I guess a lot of y'all are just new to the channel in general, or coming over from POG, but people were asking if I was natural, and yeah, I am. I'm like 31 years old. I've been training for a good while, but I would say the last 2 years is when I kind of like realized I was fighting against myself. Started actually doing research on stuff and just like getting rid of all the myths that I had in my head, thinking that I could like burn fat and build muscle at the same time, eating very little, running a whole bunch, and thinking that it's just work super hard and that's what's gonna get you your gains. It's not really the know-how, but yeah. So I'm natural. About to be 31 in August, and the only reason why I started competing was because my friend had an accident and he was struggling. I was like, man, I'm getting too complacent with life. I need to, start pushing myself in these different areas, So that's why I started competing. And when I originally set out to compete, I was like, all right, I need to find out a natural show because I'm not going to be able to compete in, NPC or anything like that. I had a friend who was competing in the NPC, and there's a cop right here. This is some bullshit, right? What up? Still gonna record anyway. So I have a friend named Cook or whatever. He competes, so he just started competing, and I went to go show some support for him at an NPC show, and he was doing physique like I planned on doing, and like I was looking on the stage, I was like, man, I can hang with all those guys that are up there, and he ended up winning first place. So I was like, okay, well hold on, if I can go pro in the NPC, forget a natural show, you know what I mean? Because I guess in physique they're not looking for the biggest, hugest muscular guy. As y'all can see, I kind of have like wide hips, so my back doesn't look. It makes my back look less. Not that my back is like super wide or anything like that, but it makes it look less wide. And my legs are getting strong, but they are definitely behind in development as far as my overall physique. So physique sounded like the best place for me. So yeah, so once I saw that I could compete in the NPC, I hurried up and found another show to do, and I did that a few weeks ago, the Red Stick Classic. Ended up placing third. And this week we'll find out what happens at this pro qualifier, and if I do qualify, I'll fly out to Jersey and try to get my pro card. And so if that happens, then the show that I originally planned to do, it's called the Naturally Fit Super Show in Austin, and that was supposed to be at the end of July. If I get my pro card, then I don't know, I just might not even bother competing in Austin, because you can't, if you're an NPC competitor, you can't compete for money in other organizations, and that's got a $1,000 prize for first place, and like a modeling contract and stuff like that. And I was a little bit torn when it came to that, because my ultimate goal with working out and doing all this stuff, like when I decided to get serious and make this a daily part of my life and all this stuff, was, okay, I'm gonna become a fitness model. I'm gonna land my first cover of a fitness magazine. That's the goal, And that modeling contract sounds promising, but who knows what the stipulations are on the contract, and they might just. I do photography, and I know there's only so much the person can do, and it's not like I know anybody who landed a cover, or I look at these covers and it's like, oh, this person was a winner from this, bodybuilding contest, and it's rare that you see that. So I'd rather just get my IFBB pro card. It's just another thing to add to your name, and not that it's not a surefire thing to get me on the cover either, but it's just I guess a better accolade than winning first prize in some show that's just a one-time thing. So, yeah, heading into work, and I'll check in with y'all later. Alright guys, made it into the office, about to get my breakfast taken care of. I got some oatmeal. Decided to, you know, try to get as much volume in as I could today, so I took the Pop-Tarts out again for my pre-workout. Some Raisin Bran, that's just one serving of Fiber One Raisin Bran cereal. And so this is some Greek yogurt. There's some bananas in there, and I put some chocolate flavored chips on top, just so I could have a little bit of fat. I noticed that, you know, usually with my breakfast, I have no fat or very little fat, you know, for breakfast. Even my lunch is really low fat, you know, and that's why I end up having to eat a lot of fat for dinner. But fat is what's going to kind of keep you satisfied. So I end up working out everything. I was like, oh man, I need a serving of peanut butter at the end of the day, and I decided to take that before I came into work. And so hopefully that helps with, you know, my urge to eat, you know, because I can't really say that I'm hungry, but, you know, I just get this little, I'll be sitting around and I'll be in between, you know, marking drawings up, and I'm like, man, I want, you know, I'll have a whole bunch of these fiber snacks in my drawer. I'm like tempted to eat one of these, you know, but if I don't put it in my macros for the day, then, you know, it's whatever. So, gonna eat, and I'll check back in with y'all later. Alright guys, it's lunchtime. Got my half-pound barbecue burger ready. And it's like 2 cups of protein pudding right here. I gotta unscrew it. But yeah, so I just made that with casein, some banana cream pudding, a little about 2 cups of water, mixed it all up. So that'll keep me busy for a while. Diet Dr. Pepper, and yeah, that's lunch. By the way, that is real barbecue sauce on the burger. I bought that Walden Farms calorie-free stuff, but it's like way too runny. And I don't know if there's anything I can buy to make it thicker. Like I know you can add cornstarch to liquids to help thicken them up, but it's probably got more carbs in it than, you know, just buying regular barbecue sauce. So that's what I got. I got Kraft's sweet and spicy chipotle barbecue. That stuff is good. So that whole wheat bun only. I went to Walmart and they didn't have the big buns with the sesame seeds that I usually like to get, you know, but whatever. So the whole wheat, I mean, it's fine. It tastes. I'm used to the taste of wheat, so it doesn't really bug me. And like I said, I got the protein pudding, and that's just a great dessert because it's only, I guess it's 24 carbs. Like one of those fiber snacks has 18 carbs, but it's a whole scoop of a whole scoop of casein, so 24 grams of protein in there, and yeah, that's really filling. So, like I said, check in with y'all later. All right, guys, just finished my lower body power workout. Yesterday I was telling y'all about the this little trick I had with strawberry. So I'm gonna show you what I was talking about. It's nothing like serious or anything, but I didn't get a chance to do it yesterday, so I'm gonna do that now and then get dinner ready. I'm having the same dinner as I had yesterday: pork chops, eggs, grits, but instead of the cheesecake thing, I just did some ice cream today. So yeah, that should be good. Alright guys, so I rinsed off the strawberries. You can see them here. Just cut off the tops. And they're pretty big, so I think I'm going to dice them up or cut them in half at least. And then what I'm going to do is, instead of just throwing them in the bag like I normally would, I cleared space in the freezer. I'll put down some parchment paper. And so then I'll lay them out on the parchment paper. And then while I'm doing my dinner and eating and all that stuff, I'll let them freeze on their own. And then put them in a container, all together, and then they don't freeze together. So it works out real good. I'll show y'all how it looks afterwards. Alright, so here they are in the freezer. I might have put a little bit too many on here, but you want to kind of have some space between them so they don't, like I said, you don't want them freezing together. But some of the really big ones, I quartered them, but most of them I kind of just cut in half. Alright guys, so I got my dinner. I did egg whites instead of the regular over medium eggs today. And I got hot sauce instead of doing the red wine vinegar. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and eat. I'm not even really that hungry right now, but I think the pre-workout kind of kills my appetite. But yeah, I got the hot sauce for the eggs this time and the pork chops. It should be pretty good. So I'll check in with y'all later. And here's the ice cream, guys. It's just like a serving and a half, not that much. But I put the Walden Farms chocolate syrup is not so bad on like stuff like this, but I don't really like it too much on like fruit stuff like that. But on ice cream, it's pretty good. So finish this up, and hopefully the strawberries will be done by now, and I'll show you how they came out. All right, guys. So I've had them in there a couple of hours, and it's froze, like started enough so that they're not gonna stick together if I separate them now and put them in their own container. So I'm gonna do that and then start on the next batch. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the end of the little trick or whatever, and I'll check in with y'all tomorrow.